There was an argument on Twitter. I don't remember who it was between, but it was between some pro player and maybe Jack. I don't know, but it was
Probably.
like it was. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, so this pro player was saying that the commentators are put in a position to grow their.
Oh, this was years ago. This is back in Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. Well, that was just stupid. That whole thing was dumb.
So pretty much, a pro player was complaining that the CW inadvertently put the casters in a position to be more popular than the players.
Well, I think but part of that, like where Jack and I and Revan and Matt, where we started to blow up with followers and everything, that was back in Black Ops 3. But that was a byproduct of the online league. Like that's what I thought the argument was so stupid though at that time. The reason it was like that, we weren't doing interviews. The players weren't live to get camera shots. It was online. So the only thing we could do if we had an hour to fill because a game dropped or something, it was literally camera on Jack and I. And we would have to fuck about and entertain people. So it would turn into like a comedy show sometimes. And that wasn't anyone's fault. That was just a byproduct of the league. But I remember this when like he was going off because Jack and I were just laughing. Like, dude, it's not like you guys are there. Like if we had you here, if it was a LAN league and there were issues, like we can throw to players, we can do an interview, we can do different stuff, we can do shows. It just wasn't. They were all across the country. Like I remember that though, but like also at the same time, I guess they should like prop us up. Like we're bringing in viewers. Like we're putting in at least with the comment. Like we're putting in more hours, if not the same hours as players when it comes to what we're doing to promote the league. Like most of us, I mean, and I'm not going around bitching constantly about every little thing too, which I don't know. I just
think, you could.
Which I could, yeah. I mean, I could. There are a lot of things that I would love to vent about at times, but there's good ways to do it.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten to the point to where you just like gotten so annoyed by the players? Because I do put a lot of this on the players as well because they just assume that because they're pro players, all they have to do is show up, play video games, and that's
They can be self-entitled little pricks. If that's what you're
no. And I've said this publicly a million times to their face sometimes. But in an esports as a whole is still growing, obviously, right? And if somebody's out there as a pro player and thinking that they should only play a video game and that's what should catapult them to the next level, they're doing it wrong because esports, or this specific esport, Call of Duty, isn't there yet. You have to do that extra little bit to get to those extra miles out of your career. And I've always been super like annoyed when somebody says like, well, I'm a pro player, I shouldn't be doing this. And I'm like, in any sport, in any established sport, sure. But you have to do your part, not by doing the extra.
It's not even comparable to like established sports. Yeah. It's just different. Like the way you can know these people, like the personal level, it's just different. It's not the same. It's like football or basketball or like they don't like some of them stream and they do it, but it's just not the same. Like there's so much added potential here for these guys. Like, do they have to do it? No. But I think they're crazy if they
Especially with salaries nowadays, man. Like they literally don't have to do shit. They're just it's a nice little job.
Yeah.
They show up, they play video games, and they get super paid for the work that they do. Some deserve it, some just tagged along. But I don't know, man. I just
hate that. It's not even just the not streaming and stuff that bothers me. It's like not only are they not streaming, they're just constantly bitching is what gets to me. Like, which is all the negativity. It's constantly going at the developer, going at the publisher, going at the game. I just feel like it's all you see is complaining half the time. That's the part that gets me. That's the part that drives me nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be an ongoing conversation. I'm excited for this. We have a really good team. Right now you
guys are looking good.
Yeah.
You guys are looking good.
Last year though, it was a bad year. It was a second coming of the dark ages.
It wasn't a good year for the CWL either. Trust me. Just viewership wise, like hype around the game. Like it was an off year for
everyone.
More than just you.
Yeah.
Dude, if I casted one more Arden for a CTF, I was going to just lose my mind.
Yeah.
I literally was losing it.
Yeah.